Welcome sa ating channel mga kaibigan at nandito ulit tayo ngayon para sa isang PC build. And of course, it is the most awaited PC build, the worth 30K. Medyo natagalan po tayo mga kaibigan para sa PC build na to kasi nga maraming bagay na naging dahilan. First, unang-una dyan, hindi ko siya ginawa dati kasi wala pang worth it na video card, worth it na components to be specific para gawin yung worth 30K. So, nung trinay ko siyang inattempt ko naman, hindi ko naman po talaga parang in-ignore, in-snub, pero nag-end up ako sa worth 35K, which is, that is with the GTX 1660. Pero ngayon, nagkaroon tayo ng opportunity with the GTX 1650 Super. And of course, we have here the Gigabyte WINDFORCE variant. GTX 1650 Super gave us the possibility na maging worth it ang worth 30K PC build natin. Unang-una, maraming dahilan, which is I will be explaining it on the video while I'm showing you with this extra special thing na nire-request nyo rin sa akin, yung step by step. Tulad nga ng sinabi nyo sa mga comments, which is syempre binabasa ko po yung mga yan. Merong time-lapse pero hindi pa rin natin masundan. And since may mga ganung concern, what I did in here is step by step. Kumbaga, first I will be putting this, then that. So, kumbaga ganun yung ginawa ko po. Medyo basic din siya, very simple yung pagkakalahad nung step by step guide natin. Pero medyo malaking tulong para sa inyo para magkaroon talaga ng idea on how to do or how to put together the parts ng hindi yung nauuna yung ganito at nauuna yung ganyan. So, that is my pattern, pero you can also do it the other way around. Kumbaga may mga work around din naman na pwede kayong gawin when you will try it by yourself. But at least, with this step-by-step guide, you will have a better idea compared sa time-lapse. So, hindi naman po ako ganun ka-perfecto. Pero I tried my best to show you the simplest way or the most basic way on how to show things pagdating sa assembly or pag-assemble ng PC. Okay, so yan po yung ipapakita ko po sa inyo mga kaibigan. The GTX 1650 Super. I will be showing you the 30K PC build and at the same time, this step-by-step guide. And of course, Gigabyte is with us for this kind of PC build. Kaya nga po, ang ginamit din natin na video card is their GTX 1650 Super. At the same time, their most affordable motherboard na B450M. And, ayan, magpapag-giveaway po tayo ng unan. So, we have here the Aorus pillows. And then, yung kanilang Lego motherboard. So, ayan po. And then, meron siyang payong na Aorus din at saka t-shirt. So, eto pong apat na to, meron po akong 3 sets of this. And yan po yung ipapag-giveaway ko. Panoorin nyo lang po yung video. At the end of the video, doon ko po sasabihin yung napakasimple. Actually, kung matagal ka na po dito sa ating channel, alam mo na po yung mechanics kung paano mag-join dito sa ating giveaways with Gigabyte. So, thank you Gigabyte for supporting us and for helping us to have this kind of products. Alright, so let's do this. Feel free to subscribe also mga kaibigan para sa mas marami pang videos na katulad neto. And yes, comment down below for things that you want us to have or gusto nyo pong ma-feature dito sa ating channel. Okay, so ang pinakaunang-una natin gagawin mga kaibigan is prepare the items. And then of course, you must be sure na meron ang ating processor. Yan po ang ating Ryzen 5 2600. Yan po ang gagamitin natin for 30K plus PC build dahil nga 6 cores na rin siya, which is bang for the buck sweet spot in terms of core count, threads, para sa mga video editors, 3D rendering architects, engineers, then syempre mga gamers. Going lower than this may lead us with a 3400G, which is just an APU. And if we say APU, ibig sabihin yung magiging performance niya will not be as good even if it's still a Ryzen 5 at second gen na kaparehas ng Ryzen 5 2600, pero Ryzen 5 2600 dedicated processor will still far perform with the better core counts and better pricing. And eto nga po, sa isang video natin previously, it shows on the benchmark that the 3400G at this kind of price point of 6,000 to 7,000 plus, Ryzen 5 2600 is way ahead. And syempre, ang susunod dyan is ang ating motherboard, and it should be at least B450. We go for the most affordable one since we can't go with A320M due to very low chipset and built in terms of VRM to support 6 core count processors. Masyadong bottleneck ang A320M. Well, it works with the Ryzen 5 2600. Pero ang titingnan na natin dito is yung longevity. Better VRM, better precision boost overdrive performance, yung boost pagdating sa processor. Malaki ang magiging role ng napakagandang supply papunta sa processor from the motherboard, and we can have that kind of advantage if we will go with B450 chipset motherboard. And then the third one is memory. Of course, the favorite bang for the buck RAM we have is TeamGroup. Yan po yung pinaka-reliable na brand with a good pricing. At the same time, in terms of credibility, marami ng modders, enthusiasts ang gumagamit ng ganitong brand. And of course, that only means that this is a brand with a good reputation. So we have here the not higher than 4K pricing RAM with good latency and frequency na 3200 MHz, 2x8 16GB, and CL16. So we have here the Vulkan Z. Kaya nga ika nga nila mga kaibigan, pag tight budget ka, RGB aesthetics is not a thing if you really want to have the best out of your budget unless it's free. So, kung libre yung RGB niya, then ibig sabihin yan, it comes with the same pricing with the non-RGB, then why not? RGB na lang yung kunin mo. Pero kung eto naman is mas malayong, mas mura compared dun sa RGB variant, then it's better to settle with this. Of course, video card is our fourth component. None other than the Gigabyte GTX 1650 Super GDDR6. Yan po yung gagamitin din natin dito para kahit paano hindi man natin priority ang aesthetics, pero medyo naka-tailor naman siya. Mas maganda pa rin siya tingnan kung yung board mo Gigabyte and yung video card mo is Gigabyte. Hindi ko sinasabi dito na you cannot mix up brands in terms of choices ng motherboard and video card. Pero just for the sake of aesthetics din, why not settle with the Gigabyte GTX 1650 Super GDDR6? Besides, medyo yung price niya kasi is hindi ganun kamahal. Actually, if you will try to compare this with the other competitors, medyo mas mahal yung katapat niya. Like, it's the second to the base model variant po itong ginagamit natin, dual fan WINDFORCE variant ng Gigabyte. So, pag tinignan mo yun sa kabilang competitor, medyo higher sila ng 500 to 1,000 pesos. So, I just settled down with this a bit cheaper video card. Pero meron naman siyang good performance since it comes with a backplate, it comes with dual fans. This gave us the reason or opportunity na makabuo na ng 30K PC build. It's been a while na nagre-request po kayo sa akin na maglabas ako ng ganito. Pero yun nga po, RX 570 lang yung pwede nating mapili dati or mahugot dati. Kasi nga kung pupunta tayo ng GTX 1650, ang pangit naman. The RX 570 even performs better than the GTX 1650 on some games. And eto, GTX 1650 Super gave us the unanimous reason na talaga kasi nga tinalo pa niya, or there are some games na tinalo pa niya yung RX 580, which is of course way better than the RX 570. So ibig sabihin lang nun mga kaibigan, now I can have the opportunity or confidence to give you a worth 30K PC build. Kasi pa-phase out na rin naman yung mga ibang video cards. So, I think this is now the best video card that you may have as of now. In terms of pricing, it's a GDDR6 faster memory bandwidth, a speed that as fast as the GTX 1660 Ti, but positioned at 8,900 pesos only. So, yung GTX 1660 Ti, 16K plus, more or less. Pero ito, 8,900 lang. So, way half the price with the same memory bandwidth speed. Pero, yun nga lang, may dahilan din kung bakit ito mas mura. It comes with some restrictions in terms of clock speed. Medyo mas mababa yung clock speed niya. And then 4GB VRAM siya. So, doon talaga medyo nagkakatalo. Kaya hindi pa rin niya magawang talunin even the GTX 1660. Kasi yung GTX 1660 comes with a 6GB VRAM and a higher clock speed. So, iba pa rin yung may mas mataas ang VRAM. Pero kahit pa paano, the GTX 1060, tinalo niya. The RX 580, tinalo niya. And those video cards, when they are released on the market, they are at a price point of 10K plus. So, 10K plus po sila dati. And this is just 8.9. So, it's a good upgrade. It's a good move for NVIDIA to release this. Actually, dapat eto ngayon ni-release nila nung April eh. They should have not released that GTX 1650. Pero, yun nga. Well, maybe it's a part of their marketing or business format, pero it's not a good feedback ang na-receive ng NVIDIA nung ni-release nila yung GTX 1650. And eto nga, bumawi sila with the GTX 1650 Super by stepping up or kumbaga ni-level up talaga nila ng sobrang taas. Okay, so for the storage, we got the 480GB of Western Digital. It's not bad storage for its price, pero instead of going HDD, why not SSD? Kung magka-budget ka na soon, then why not? Settle with other brands. Pero for now, since medyo tight budget tayo, so we settled with Western Digital Green. Pero kung may mga mahanap po kayo dyan na mga mas murang options like other brands na nag-sale and tingin nyo it comes with this brand like Samsung, Data, or Western Digital Blue, then it's better SSD to consider, lalong-lalo na kung ang price niya is nasa 2,500 more or less. And for the chassis, of course, Tecware gave us the opportunity here with their Tecware VEGA M with free RGB fans. Aesthetics is not my priority, pero there is the opportunity with free fans. Why not, di ba? And for the review of the chassis, you may just check the link on the description below. So, nalink po natin dyan mga kaibigan, yung previous na review natin if you want to know more about this chassis, why this is considered as the best bang for the buck chassis of 2019 at a price point of 2K and below. And lastly, power supply. I have here the 600 watts bronze of EVGA. It's a bit rare PSU to find out. But very cheap and semi-modular kasi siya. So, yun nga lang po, mahirap siyang mahanap. So, I think I will just recommend other brands like Seasonic S12, Cooler Master, MWE. Those are some models of those specific brands that you may consider with good performance and good pricing that you may have. Pero if you have the opportunity to have the 600 watts variant bronze for below 3K or 3K and below, then better move po ang piliin yung 600 watts. Forget na po kung modular yan or non-modular, as long as you should consider at least bronze sana mga kaibigan, para kahit paano meron kayong future proof and for the long term use na rin. Yun na rin yung kailangan yung i-consider. Okay, so let's move on sa pag-a-assemble na po mga kaibigan. I have shown you guys, may mga time-lapse po akong nakita or ipinahasilip sa inyo. Pero sometimes, there are still comments na nakikita ko na, sir, hindi ko pa rin masundan, hindi ko pa rin magaya. Paano kaya yung ganito? Paano kaya yung ganyan? So, eto ngayon, medyo gagawin ko siya ng step by step. Hindi siya detalyado, pero at least kahit paano step by step ko siyang sasabihin at ipapaliwanag the very basic way that I can para at least masundan natin mga kaibigan. So let's start. So unang lalagay natin yung processor sa motherboard. Ganun lang po kasimple mga kaibigan. Then the cooler. So you might notice na wala ako nilagay na thermal paste, pero sa cooler po, lalong-lalo na kung bago po yung ina-assemble po natin, meron na pong naka-pre-applied na thermal paste dyan. However, pag use na po yung nabili natin, be sure to buy a thermal paste din para pag nilagay mo po yung cooler, dapat mag-apply ka muna po ng thermal paste sa ating processor. So, yan po yung pinakauna mong gagawin. Put the processor on the motherboard. Okay, so next, lagay natin yung RAM. So, since 2x8 16GB, then set it for dual channel. The common way of RAM arrangements is alternate slot sila mailalagay. So, ang gagawin natin is if this is the A, B, C, and D, dahil apat nga ni slot, you put the RAM on the slot C and slot A. Or, you put the RAM at slot B or slot D. Yan po yung common way. Pero, not all is ganun po. So, better check the manual kung saan ilalagay yung RAMs, lalong-lalo na kung dalawang RAM po yung ilalagay natin. Better check the manual. Nasa manual po yan. Pwede pong magkatabi para enabled po yung dual channel natin. I'm doing this not the technical way. I'm giving you guide on the basic way para at least mas maintindihan natin. So, sa mga technical guys natin dyan, medyo nakikita nyo siguro na pwede naman ganito, pwede naman ganyan, pero we are trying to make it comprehensive po para sa mga kasamahan natin dyan. So, hindi po ako nag-excuse dito. I know po, I'm aware, pero syempre I'm trying to be very friendly in terms of choices ng mga words na ginagamit ko rin. Okay? So, dual channel will be further explained on our next videos po mga kaibigan. Pero as of now, focus muna po tayo sa ating pag-assemble. Okay, third, of course, lagay muna sa chassis yung board. Unahin mo muna na ilagay yung backplate, then be sure na may mga standoffs aligned sa butas ng board. So, inspect mo po muna yung board mo, inspect mo din yung mga standoffs na nakalagay. Kasi out of the box, matik yung mga standoffs minsan nilalagay na po nila. Pero kadalasan may mga kulang na 2 or 3, so better check the standoffs before mo ilagay yung board. Ibig sabihin po yung pag-i-screwhan ng motherboard sa mismong chassis. Alright? So, if kulang na nakalagay, grab more standoffs sa included na kasama. Usually sa mga chassis, naka-ziplock siya, naka-plastic siya. So, check nyo na lang po sa mga kasama niyang add-ons dun sa chassis. Nandun po lahat yung screws na kailangan natin, standoffs na extra, even cable ties, nandyan po lahat. So, pag nailagay mo na po yung lahat, nailagay mo na rin yung backplate, slide in mo yung motherboard, then screw it. Alright. So, pero warning lang, before you place the motherboard and ang chassis mo is may expansion slot covers na nakasolder, be sure na tanggalin mo muna po, or else you will end up removing the board again later para lang magtanggal ng slot cover para ma-plug mo yung video card. And then, of course, yung power supply natin. Simple lang. At the other side panel, remove it and slide mo lang po yung power supply. This is the common orientation of chassis. Other chassis might have different placement for PSU, pero ito ang pinakamadalas na orientation po. Lalong-lalo na kung medyo mid-range to high-end po ang ating build. Kadalasan po nasa baba po yan. Then route the cables, lalong-lalo na yung 24-pin at saka yung 8-pin. Yan po yung papunta sa motherboard. So, plug mo po yung 24-pin at the right side of the motherboard, and then yung 8-pin naman, kadalasan po nakaposition yan sa top left side, yung 8-pin para sa motherboard. 8-pin, other boards got 16 pins, pero we have here the 8-pin motherboard. So, yan po yung gagamitin natin, yung kanyang cable papunta sa 8-pin. Okay, so the fifth is plug the storage. Yan na po yung susunod natin via SATA. If HDD or SATA SSD, pero pag M.2, then sa M.2 slot ng motherboard. Pero since we use SATA, then let's mount it at the cage of the chassis. Then plug the SATA cable from power supply for the power and SATA cable to the motherboard for the data para ma-detect ng ating motherboard. Kaya may SATA cable which is included with the motherboard pag bumili ka po, kasi nga yan po yung gagamitin natin. Yung SATA cable po, hindi po yung kasama sa storage. Kasama po yan sa motherboard. Alright? Okay, so pagkatapos nun, plug mo na po yung mga front panel cables like USB 3.0, USB 2.0, audio jack, and yun, power switch, reset, USB and other peripherals or front panel ports. So ito po yung mga medyo nahihirapan tayo lalo na sa power switch. So nasa manual po ulit ang guide. So makikita nyo rin naman po may label naman po yung mga pins or yung mga cables like para to sa power switch header. So check the manual kung nasaan yung power switch header ng ating motherboard, and then check the label ng ating front panel cables para at least maiakma natin or maitapat natin dun sa tamang header or pins dun sa motherboard. So we call it header kasi yung mga pins na nasa motherboard. Alright, so pagkatapos mo niyan magawa, of course, it's with the guide of manual, and then lastly is the video card. So eto po yung ikakabit na natin, and of course dahil nga mainstream video card ang gamit natin, meron siyang extra power supply na needed. So kailangan po niya ng kable from the power supply. Okay, so ayan po ang ating worth 30K PC build and step-by-step guide on how we will put together the hardware para sa ating unit. So yun nga po, na-miss ko po yung part ng installation of operating system, softwares, pero i-discuss din po natin yan sa susunod naman na video. Yan po yung pag-uusapan naman natin, how will we install the operating system, how we put the drivers, how we choose the drivers, yung mga yan. Yan po yung pag-uusapan. Medyo mahaba kasing discussion din yan mga kaibigan, kaya medyo hinati ko po sa dalawa. Una ngayon is about the hardware, and then the next is about naman po sa software. So yan po yung aabangan nyo po sa susunod nating mga videos. Okay, so eto na po tayo, the giveaway mechanics. Kung matagal na po kayo sa ating channel, simple lang ulit. Comment down below anything that you may say. How do you find this video? Step-by-step guide, GTX 1650 Super, any suggestion na i-feature natin sa ating channel in the future. And of course, subscribe on our channel and share this video as public on your social media accounts. Okay, so yan po yung mga simpleng tatlong bagay na kailangan lang po natin gawin para makasali at manalo at magkaroon ng chance na manalo ng isang pillows from Aorus, Lego, payong at saka t-shirt. So yan po yung mga mapapanalunan natin. Tatlo po ang ating chance. So we have this 3 kasi tatlo po ang pwedeng manalo ng 3 sets of giveaways from Gigabyte Aorus. So yan po yung mga ipapamigay natin. And ang deadline po ng ating giveaways will be after 30 days ng pag-post nitong video. And ang pag-claim po ng ating items is 15 days lang po. So ibig sabihin kailangan ma-claim mo yung napanalunan mo within 15 days. Message or comment down sa ating Facebook page or mag-comment po kayo dito sa ating video na ako po yung nanalo, ako po yung in-announce yung nanalo. And pag wala pong nakapag-claim, ibig sabihin, kunwari, dalawa yung hindi na-claim. Yung dalawang yon ipapag-giveaway ulit natin. Magra-raffle ulit tayo ng panibagong raffle until may mag-claim po ng mga to. Okay? So, para at least maging fair naman sa mga ibang kasamahan natin na talagang tumututok at sumusubaybay din sa ating community. Alright, so that's it mga kaibigan, and thank you so much for staying with us, and that's it. Thank you.